Do you ever try and relax and then just end up feeling more anxious? It's really frustrating. You do everything that you think you should be doing to try and get better. You know, you slow down, do breath work, rest, meditate, engage in relaxation techniques, but it just seems to make things worse. This happens probably a lot more than people realize, especially if you've been struggling with anxiety for a while and you're constantly on edge. Your brain kind of gets used to it, and that anxious baseline becomes essentially your new normal. So when you finally do slow down, that shift doesn't really feel peaceful, it feels strange, and something that's strange gets flagged as a threat. And then you might start becoming more aware of certain sensations and symptoms. You might notice your heart beating more. You might become more aware of your breath. And your brain starts sort of scanning for what all of this means. Why are we slowing down? It's not that a calm state is dangerous, it just feels unfamiliar. And with anxiety, unfamiliar often translates to unsafe. Then your anxious brain does what it's learned to do, which is to trigger you, just in case something's wrong. And now you're caught back in this loop again of trying to relax, getting anxious about relaxing, and then avoiding relaxation altogether. That's why things like meditation, mindfulness, or even just sitting still on the couch can become really triggering and difficult for some people. It's not because they're a problem, but because your brain has started treating that state of calmness as a potential danger. Over time, that feeling of anxiety can become the kind of constant and something that is predictable. Even though it's uncomfortable, at least you know that it's going to be there. So then when we engage in these relaxing behaviors and it starts to fade a little bit, even if for a second, it can feel quite jarring, and that jolt makes you anxious again. Now, this isn't something to fix, it's just something to notice and be aware of. You're not doing anything wrong, it's just your brain doing what it has learned to do, just at the wrong time. You don't need to chase a feeling of calm, and you don't need to feel relaxed to be okay, but you can let it feel uncomfortable without backing away from it. And that essentially is what your recovery should be, not fixing this feeling, but stopping your escape from it.